Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Now, the Braxton family is back with a new show simply called The Braxtons. Now, this time things are very different with filming. They are without the glue of their family, which was Traci. So far, the episodes have been focused on how they've all been dealing with the loss of Traci. Her son is going through it with his way of grieving. The sisters are going through it, and as well as Mama E. But it seems like the person that is really taking it the hardest is Trina, and I believe that's because she was probably one of the closest sisters to Traci.
I understand. But you and I have a relationship. You and I have a special, I feel like.
Yeah. Trina is barely sleeping. When she does sleep, she's having nightmares. She says she's been dealing with a lot of her grief by eating. And of course, we all deal with grief differently. However, Trina and her husband, Vaughn, recently had a podcast on their YouTube channel. And Trina wanted to explain a comment that she made on the Braxton show with her grief counselor, Spirit, where she said that she felt like she was punished by her current husband, Vaughn, for the way she grieved her ex-husband, Gabe, who passed away in December of 2018.
You said what was said on the episode is that she felt like she was punished for grieving. And that was absolutely true. Yeah, I was angry. I'm just going to say it. If you want my honest opinion,
yes,
I don't see a lot of difference between the way you grieved for Traci and Gabe. It looked the same to me.
I don't think I would have told that.
YouTube did their thing because the people in the comment section ate him up like a wildebeest being thrown into a lion's den. But not only that, a lot of people in the comment section were a little put off by the way Vaughn talked to Trina and treated Trina, and Trina would sometimes just get quiet.
And we actually only wanted to be on for about 30 minutes. We have like 6 more minutes to go.
No, we don't, because we're going to have a conversation, and you're not going to cut it off. No, we're going to have the conversation the way that we need to. Talk about number 3.
What you say?
Talk about number 3.
So before we even get started,
so not subtle.
Our cocktail is Purple People Eater. We love it.
How do you make it?
It is great vodka with a little bit of Sprite. Sometimes I add a little bit more.
Mike, y'all got a fingernail clipper? I got a hangnail. It keeps getting caught on everything. What?
I didn't say a word.
And this thing is bugging me. You said this was going to be an hour from the time we started this, so let's keep it to that. If you're going to sit there, we should just get off of here. For real.
No, you said you're looking for the...
No, if you're going to sit there and look down, you normally entertain the people.
No, we're looking for the
song.
Are we not looking for the comments? Isn't that what you said? You had the computer. What'd you do with it?
No, go ahead.
We are going to break this story down. I'm not the best with dealing with grief, child. I hide it my damn self. But we are going to try to get through this story and so much more. But before we do, please be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any news regarding stories like this and so much more. Now let's get back into it. So I really debated on doing this story. I don't want to cause further grief to the family. However, I saw so many people in the comments wanting to stand up for Trina because they did not like the way she was being treated. I'm not saying that she is being abused. All I'm saying is the way she was being treated and spoken to online in front of all of us to see is not the way a husband typically treats a wife. Not only did I not like it, the viewers didn't like it either. So let's get down to it. The Braxtons currently have a show out called The Braxtons. It's no longer the Braxton Family Values. And with this show, they are showing them going through the passing of Traci. They have some video out of Traci before she passed. It shows the family spending time with her in the last days. They were watching movies with her, all of that. I personally could not watch those parts. However, they have been talking about them going through the grief. They've been seeing a grief counselor by the name of Spirit, and she's been trying to guide the family through the proper ways of grieving. Let's just say, like a lot of the meetings that the family has had, like the one they had with TD Jakes, like the one they had with Ayanla, it did not go so well. So Trina decided to go to her own personal session of grief counseling. And when she did so, she told her counselor Spirit that she felt punished by her current husband Vaughn for the way she grieved her ex-husband Gabe.
When I did grieve for him, I was almost like punished for it. You know what I mean? So
Punished by who?
Vaughn, my husband.
So he was uncomfortable watching you go through the grieving.
Yes. At first, he was like, I'm not going to sit around while you grieve another dude. I'm like, I'm not grieving another dude in that sense. I'm grieving the person who took care of my children. I'm grieving the person who was in my life for over 16 years. And you don't just say, oh, okay, well, the person's going to move on with your life. But that's not how it happens. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah. After every episode, Trina and Vaughn have been getting on their own podcast, and they've been talking about each episode. This past episode, Trina wanted Vaughn to touch on his feelings regarding how she grieved for her ex-husband, Gabe. Now, Vaughn said he didn't want to talk about this at all. However, he said, now that you got me in it, here we go. Not only did he touch on that, he stated that he felt like the way she grieved for her sister Traci was very similar to how she grieved for Gabe, and he did not like it.
I know that there are certain things that you would like to address. Certain things you'd like to address.
I don't have anything to address. What are you talking about?
You saw me with...
Oh, you want me to address it?
I do.
I don't have anything that I want to address. You want me to?
So you saw me and my reaction with Spirit.
Yeah.
And I said that I didn't feel like I was able to grieve. And then I said that it was because I felt like Vaughn felt like I wasn't able to grieve. And then
you said that you felt that I punished you.
Yes. And then I said that Vaughn didn't realize that I loved him for real, and I loved him and I chose him.
You're putting words in my mouth.
No. I'm saying I'm recapping.
Okay.
So now with that recap, what do you have to say?
Yeah, okay, first off, what you said was really jumbled. But what was said on the episode is that she felt like she was punished for grieving. And that was absolutely true. Yeah, I was angry. I'm just going to say it. If you want my honest opinion,
yes, I
don't see a lot of difference between the way you grieved for Traci and Gabe. It looked the same to me. There was a little more heat behind Traci, of course, because it's your sister. But it didn't, to me, and I had nothing to measure it against when Gabe died, so I didn't know anything, but I knew I didn't like it. Because to me, the grief seemed too strong for someone you'd had all those problems with. That's my opinion, because that's the way I look at the world. Now, we had a number of conversations about it. We had a number of arguments about it. But it wasn't until Traci passed and I had time to reflect, probably sitting, on a mountain somewhere by myself, that I'm like, you know what? Those two grieving processes didn't look all that different to me. And then it made me angry. So to me, the grief looked like you still had real strong feelings for the dude. And which made me think, well, what am I doing here? And this is in the moment. We're talking in 2018. We were a year in when this happened. We were a little over a year in when it happened, but it just, I didn't like any parts of it. Now,
at this point, the live comments were going ham. People were telling Trina to smack the crap out of him. They was like, he is not allowing you to grieve, and that's not fair. So Vaughn goes and he looks at the comments and he was like, you know what? Everything is pretty much 50-50. 50% has my side and 50% has Trina's side. And people in the comments was like, no, sir. We're all on Trina's side. It's not 50-50. Trina, go get your phone.
Some people, it's split, really. Some people are saying I was wrong. Some people are saying they understand how I felt. It's like 50-50.
And he didn't have any children of his own, and he was the one who raised and cared for.
Are you saying this for them?
I'm saying this for you.
You're not saying, but you can't say it for me because here's the thing. I had no problem with that guy. There was no jealousy. There was nothing because the moment you told me that he was sick, what did I do? The moment
you found out that he was sick, you were like, I have these remedies. I need you to, yes, these doctors that can help him with, yes, absolutely.
And got you on the phone with him and got him on the phone with him.
That's absolute truth.
So tell the whole story.
But I am. But you didn't give me,
But you weren't.
But you took the time out to say what you needed to say.
So quickly enough. Because your first thing should have been the moment that Von found out, he went into help mode because I'll help anybody. So there was no jealousy or anything. I never had any interactions.
I didn't say that.
No, I didn't say that. No, you did. That did come up in an argument one time. It was no jealousy. There was nothing. I had no ill feelings towards the dude. That came in my witnessing or watching the grieving process. That's when it became a problem. So. You just gonna sit there?
Wait, what do you mean?
We're on a podcast. You're TV show host, and you're just letting dead space. You're not saying anything.
No, it's not that I'm saying dead space. I'm allowing you to say how you feel because when I did say something, it was
you because you were wrong.
And I can't speak for you. I can't speak for you. But there are a lot of people who are going through this type of situation, and they're going through it.
Who's going through this situation?
Somebody, because we are not exempt. We go through the same stuff that everybody else goes through.
I'm a strong believer in you cannot tell anyone how to grieve, especially when you have not gone through a similar situation. So being that Von has never lost an ex-spouse, I don't believe Von has lost any siblings. How can you yourself tell me how to grieve? I don't feel like you can. So even Trina was like, look, Von, if you lost your ex-spouse, I don't believe you would be stoic about the situation. I believe you would be sad. Not just sad for your children, but sad for the memories that you guys had. Like, she and Gabe were together for 16 years, and it seems like she's expected just to brush everything underneath the rug. And then for him to say, you know what? When you were going through with your sister, it made me angry because I started to think about how you was going through with Gabe. Like, who does that? I don't like the way she was being spoken to. I don't like the way she was being dealt with. When she did try to speak, she was immediately shut down. And then when she shut down, she was asked why she shut down. Like it was just giving confusion. What I want to do is hear from you. What do you think about Trina and everything that's happening? I feel for the family. I've never lost a sibling. I can't tell them how to grieve or how to feel. I am just praying for them throughout this situation. I really feel like, godly, Traci was the glue to the family, and I don't think the bond will ever be the same between the sisters. There's a piece of the puzzle that is now missing. That piece bonded everybody together, and I just don't feel like anything with the Braxtons will ever be the same again or will ever be kosher between the sisters because Traci was the one that got them together, period, point blank. What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about everything going on with Trina Braxton, her husband Von, and have you been watching the show? Everybody knows how we do. Leave a comment down below. You know we're going to talk about it. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any of my new episodes.